Good job, guys. Great job. The team looks already much improved. Great job. Hang in there. It's not going to happen overnight. You already seen lots of promise. You were down by 15 or so points in the first quarter. New players, you come in, you claw back, you force it. You're down 2 points with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. You're doing this with the first game with new players. You know, guys who are going to get used to their job, get used to the system, get used to having a feel of their new teammates, and these guys are getting significant minutes. Finney Smith is a great defender. I think it was his steal actually that began that scoring run. So it was like 77-67, and basically it was Finney Smith's steal that the Lakers, they were down 77-75. So you're already seeing the promise that these new players can bring to the LA Lakers. So Finney Smith is one. That was a notable steal that he made. The bottom line is that they were down by 2 points in the Cavs in the third quarter. They were down by like 2 points in the first quarter. The fact that they fought back shows that, this team added some much needed defense to the rotation, and it's not going to happen in the first game. It's only going to get much better from this point on to the end of the season. And so, again, big minutes already by these guys, Finney Smith and Shake Milton. They really had 20 minutes for Finney Smith, 10 minutes Milton, 2 for 4 from 3-point. Tough going from 3-point. Dorian Finney-Smith did not make a 3-pointer in the game, but you know what he brings defensively. And Finney-Smith is playing defense. And Dorian Finney-Smith is at +7. And so you're +7 without making any 3-point shots. The bottom line is he is making a contribution in making the Lakers a much better team defensively, guarding the perimeter. Guarding the perimeter, stopping your OKC, stopping your Dallas Mavericks. This is what Dorian Finney-Smith is going to contribute to the Lakers on a night-to-night basis. They bought him knowing Lakers need more 3-point shooters, and he's a guy who's going to play shutdown defense. You have Dorian Finney-Smith. You have Shake Milton playing hard defense. You have Jared Vanderbilt coming back. The rotation is only going to get deeper from here. The Lakers are only going to be much better defending from the perimeter. It's not just what Dorian Finney-Smith brings to the table, but also the return of Jared Vanderbilt. The Lakers are not going to win a championship by let's build super team NBA 2K. Nah. They are going to find guys who are stoppers and guys who can let it rain from behind the arc. They're only down by 8 points right now. I mean, they were down by 16, and they down by 8 points. And they're doing so with new players. So this is good to see. I like Mr. Number 17 for the 17-time champions. This guy's a big-time acquisition. D. Russ don't play shooting well. D'Angelo Russell and he's not playing defense, he's going to cost you. Like you saw with Dorian Finney-Smith, when he's not hitting three-point shots tonight, he is contributing with his defense. So the Lakers have become a much better team after this trade. And quite frankly, the Lakers put together a great performance with two new guys being asked to step onto the floor immediately. They could have began against the Hornets or some team like that, but no. Their first game was against the Cavaliers. This is the kind of competition they will be waiting for in the month of June. But no, the Cavs are still going to lose against the Celtics. Yeah, I think the Lakers are at the right place. 18 wins entering the new year for the 18-time soon-to-be NBA champion LA Lakers. So, yep, the Lakers close out the year with 18 wins for the soon-to-be the 18-time NBA champion. I mean, Week 18 is boring except for the Vikings Lions game, and the Lions have already won that game. But you hear people talk about the Lions. I don't know, defense. They'll be the fifth seed. They're not going to go far. The NFL, there's too much money at stake. It's high ticket demand when, for the first time ever, the city of Detroit is going to host an NFC championship game. So you rarely see the Lions host, if ever, an NFC championship because the Lions have never hosted an NFC championship game. They've never won any George Halas trophies. Ticket demand is going to skyrocket. So the Lions are already hosting the NFC championship game January the 26th. I like Lions against the Eagles. All right. Hopefully, loser sons can. It's 112-107. The Lakers have fought back. Max Christie, get him out of the rotation. I don't trust him. I don't think he's good enough. I think trade building, Hachimura and Christie. I keep believing this that they are not going to trade Austin Reeves no matter what happens. He's playing much good. There's always the white guy on Goldking the Bonds team. So we're talking about Birdman Anderson, Zydrunas Ilgauskas on the early days of the Cavs, uh, Alex Caruso in his Goldking the Bonds fourth ring. He was the white guy on that championship. It was Deladova and Kevin Love. So bottom line, Goldking the Bond is always going to have that one or two white guys. Dalton Netch and Austin Reeves are here to stay. Cavs have won 118. This is what I'm talking about. The team is showing fight right there. 107, 112. Lakers got back by as little as 5 points, trailing the Cavs. The Lakers have just shown that they are a much better basketball team than they were before they traded D'Angelo Russell. They have added defensive pieces that are going to help this team come back and win games. It's not going to happen overnight. No one said you're going to beat the Cavs literally overnight after trading a lazy prima donna. This guy, D'Angelo Russell, he did not join the team huddle. He took out some candy out of his sock. Yep. I don't miss D'Angelo Russell. I do not miss him disappearing. Lakers, his weakness is no defense and his inconsistent shooting. Finney Smith, just go out and pop it. Shoot over 33% from 3 point. Play with much effort and energy on defense. I think the Lakers have really hit on this trade. The Brooklyn Nets are going to stifle the Celtics. They're just trading them to the Lakers. So, Lakers, they lost by 24 in the first game against the Cavs. And so they've lost by a total of 36 points against the Cavs. Cavaliers is 36, the Lakers is 36. Cleveland's 8th straight win against the Lakers. Kobe number 8. I don't care what happens. I don't care what happens to the Cavs. I don't care what people say about the Cavs. This team has zero chance of making it to the finals. They may have 100% chance of making it to the conference finals, but the Celtics are losing Game 7 at home against the Celtics. They will lose Game 7 at home. Celtics in 7 over the Cavs. Cleveland's going to choke, and the Celtic stars find a way to hit the big shots in front of a raucous Quicken Loans Arena crowd, whatever it is. But this series is going 7, and the Celtics are winning in 7 over the Cavs. And when the Celtics beat the Cavs, they are about to be crowned even before any minute is played in the NBA Finals before they face off against the LA Lakers. Devin Booker's back, but the loser Suns are losing again. Wow, this team's a joke. Kevin Durant, just retire already. You're awful. You've never won a championship. The way you started out that game against Memphis, you guys are losers. How do you go from 8-1 to under 500? Just great a level. They're just. I am speechless. How do you go from looking like you, the team of world beaters? Oh, you're going to go 30-4 with Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker. And then you go in and you play like absolute garbage when one of these two guys leaves the lineup, and both of these guys are in the lineup and they're losing again. They need to trade Nurkic. He's awful. He's a soft big man. He don't have what it takes. Bradley Beal's overrated. Overrated. Happened with this loser Phoenix Suns team. Bradley Beal has no trade clause. He has paid exorbitant amount of money. Mason Plumlee is starting for the loser Suns, so you can't even blame Nurkic. He's not even playing. Oh my God. Koji's pretty good though. The rest of the benches, nah. They need some better players. They have no bench. Tyus Jones was a pretty good acquisition. This team is terrible. This team is awful. They're trying to miss the playoffs. How can the loser Phoenix Suns starting 8-1? How can we be under 500? With this happens when you literally have zero heart. This loser Suns team has zero heart and zero character. They have no chance of winning the championship. They are outside of the play-in, entering this game, and they lose again. What's the schedule going to be like? Hold on. What's the schedule for Kevin Durant? If this guy uh, suffers another knee, ankle injury, man, this team is fried. It all depends on how many games they have against the East and against the West. I get sick and tired of defending Charlotte, Philadelphia, Indiana. Okay, they might be okay. Atlanta, Utah, Charlotte, Atlanta, Washington. First half of January is a easy schedule. Atlanta's not easy. I'd say I'd say that they can win most of them. Detroit is much better team. They have to play at Cleveland on January 20th. The Nets and the Wizards maybe lose the Suns have a fine January. I think there's a chance they will have a great January. Looking ahead for our Lakers, let's take a look at the following games for the Lakers. Again, I think the team played great. I think with new players in the lineup, these guys, they were down by 15. Oops, it wasn't their night. They're getting used to their new teammates. Nope, they fought back by as down by as little as 2 points over midway through the third. They were down by 16, then they clawed all the way down from 16 down to 5 points. But they show the character. They show the character that it takes to get back into the game in the first game that they're getting used to new teammates, and these two new guys are likewise getting used to their new teammates. But they show character. They're definitely gonna blitz the places. Show some beat Houston. Let's shock the world. So let's lose against the Mavs. They could lose against the Mavs. Well, Luka's out for that game. Lakers could win. I think he's out for a month. Yep, Luka's out for a month. Come out with some blood, and then the loser go keep the bond hating bums. They be like, I only beat the Mavs without Luka. Did the Spurs get a surprise win over the Lakers? Lakers already beat the Spurs twice. Get the brooms out. Early half of the month. Lakers Clippers be a good game. January 17 Nets, January 15 Heat. You know what? Heat are mid. Who cares about the Heat? They bunch of nobodies now. They're barely a 500 team. Lakers need to beat the Heat. The fun could begin when the Lakers, January 23rd, Lakers play the Celtics. January 25th, Lakers travel back to Golden State. If Lakers lose back to back on the 23rd and the 25th, they'll be looking for a trade. If Lakers lose it at the Knicks as well, and then let's see when the trade deadline is. Certain teams, the Lakers are playing that it could trigger a trade depending on how they do against the Celtics and the Warriors. And the February the 6th is the trade deadline. February the 6th. If they lose against the Knicks and the Clippers, Lakers could make a trade and be without players for the Warriors game on February the 6th. They should be very interested how the schedule shapes up during late January, early February. Also, is Embiid healthy? Is Paul George going to be healthy? What kind of team are the 76ers going to be? A Latin stock still? I mean, yeah, Sixers will be a much different team during that time because they are technically not out of the playoffs. They have won 4 straight games. They are tied with the Pistons in 10th place. They are a game outside of 8th place. There are 3 games outside of number 7. So the 76ers game could also be an interesting opponent in January. Let's go, losers, sons. Let's go. They're down by 2 points. They down by 2 points. Let's go, loser. Booker, the ball misses a driving layup. Come on, Devin Booker. How dare you? Memphis shot a 3-point shot. Oh, my God. Hey, Kennard played on the Clippers. Now he's on the Grizzlies. There's no easy teams in the West. Kevin Durant. He missed the offensive rebound. Yep, son. Oh, 3-point. Who made 3-pointer? 108, 106. Come on, losers, son. Show some character. Let's go. Ryan Dunn, he's from the Clippers. Couple good players, Clippers let go. Devin Booker, this return. Now go play some defense. Oh, loser Suns fail to get the rebound. Oh, my God. Okay, yep. Suns lost, but Lakers have a pretty easy schedule coming up. Let's get some wins. And the final piece of the equation is the standings. The standings. The Lakers are outside the 6th spot. And I thought, and I'm still going to stick with the Lakers in the 7th spot. This is supposed to drag out. Lakers were still in the play-in, and they had like one of the top 3 best records in the NBA from February to March to April 2023. Lakers had one of the best records, but were still in the play-in, had one of the best records after the All-Star break, but still found themselves in the play-in. That was 2023, in the first year of Darvin Ham. So now Lakers are number 7. We are at number 7. I don't think the Nuggets are better than the Lakers. I don't know how the Clippers do it without Kawhi, but some way, somehow, they are level with the Lakers without Kawhi. Hopefully, the team that's going to miss the play-in is the T-Wolves. Spurs are going to be in there. Anthony Edwards walking around like he's Michael Jordan and all this. I tell you, we've seen the stay humbling part with Erling Haaland. Now Anthony Edwards, it could teach him to stay humble a little bit if somehow it's the Timberwolves missing the play-in, because Lakers not missing it. Warriors are not going to miss it. I can't see the Spurs missing it. Nope. Wembanyama in the French market, the European market, he's not going to be out of the playoffs. The Spurs are going to be in there. And everybody else is just too good. Clippers, Nuggets, he seems too good. The Timberwolves are going to be the odd team out of the play-in. This is the Wild Wild West. You can make it to the conference finals a year prior. In the very next year, in the Wild Wild West, you can find yourself missing the play-in. I like the Timberwolves to miss the play-in without the Catman, who's instead on the New York Knicks. I think the Knicks are going to be the Cavs next year. They're going to be really, 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 really good next year. They'll be much, 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 much improved. Cavs could be just a one-year wonder. get people because it's gonna somewhat mirror Goat King the Bond's first title with the Lakers. That oh, he's gonna face another former team. So this mind conditioning is definitely gonna happen. But at the end of the day, there is going to be drama with the game seven, or maybe the Celtics are going to be down 3-2 and have to win at home, then win at Cleveland. I like Celtics winning in 7 games, no matter what happens. When the two teams face off in the Eastern Conference Finals. Or the alternative, Cleveland could shit the bed, lose at Boston, and then psychologically, Cleveland cannot recover and not be the same team if they psychologically collapse and they're left with the bad taste of their stomach of losing the Boston in 4-2, and they just don't recover from it because it's not going to be easy to repeat the same results from the last year. So did the Warriors make the conference finals after winning the championship? No, they did. Did the Denver Nuggets make the conference finals after winning the championship? No, they did. No, they did not. So my point is, Cleveland is not going to make it back to the conference finals next year. It's going to be the New York Knicks against the Celtics in the 2026 conference finals. But after the Lakers beat the Celtics, we're not getting a rematch. No matter what happens with the Lakers against the Celtics, we are not getting a rematch of Boston LA. It's only going to happen one time. So, yep, I like Dorian Finney-Smith's contribution. Shake Milton, it's only the first game. He didn't hit any threes, but we already seen Lakers are much improved defensively from the perimeter. When you think about Austin Reeves and he's not quick enough with the defense, these are the kind of guys that help that. And Austin Reeves is going to be more consistent than D'Angelo Russell. He has more game to him. He can drive. He got some mid-range, whatever. There's just more to Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell. Just stand and wait and pop, catch, and shoot. Austin Reeves offers more to the offense than D'Angelo Russell. Both guys are liabilities defensively, but the attitude of Austin Reeves as an undrafted free agent versus D'Angelo Russell, he's kind of lazy and has an attitude. They were right to ship him off. Shake Milton in the process in the grinding Philadelphia 76ers. Dorian Finney-Smith, he wasn't this hot shot into the NBA. These guys are glue guys that are contributing to the overall team picture. These are the guys you want. Dalton, that's community college. This guy, he didn't have it all given to him. He had to work for it. He knows he can't take anything for granted. AD and Goat King the Bond, the two leaders of the team. Get Jared Vanderbilt back. Cut down the minutes on Mad Max Christie. Ship off Hachimura. I think he's probably going to get traded. Who knows if he's going to play better if Anthony Davis gets hurt. But Jackson Hayes is there. But don't start talking trash about Jackson Hayes. I actually like him. I don't know where Christian Wood is at. Is he injured? Where has he been lately? He's still injured. So Lakers only going to get deeper. Christian Wood and Jared Vanderbilt back. Christian Wood was good. He was really good, but Darvin Ham hated him for some reason. Christian Wood, former Maverick. Shake Milton, he was drafted by Dallas. Finney-Smith, he played with Dallas. Oh, these former Dallas players and their contributions. Whether it be Dorian Finney-Smith guarding his former teammate Jalen Brunson in the 2026 NBA Finals, you see, Finney Smith is a former teammate of Jalen Brunson on the Dallas Mavericks. He will be guarding him in the 2026 NBA Finals. And Shake Milton also played a little bit with the New York Knicks. It was only a few games. And Shake, he played with the 76ers, Kobe's birthplace. Former 76er is going to take it to the Celtics. A former 76er, a former Brooklyn Net. And this is what I like. These former Brooklyn Nets players can end up playing a role in preventing the Celtics from winning the championship. A former 76er too. Let's see. Final box score. Final box score for the two Lake rookies. Fuck the Suns. Fuck Kevin Durant. Suns are a bunch of fucking bums. How do you go from 8-1 to playing like this? Jesus fucking Christ. What the hell is wrong with these guys? What the hell is wrong with them? Hey, 23 points. He's the king. His first game ever since turning 40 years of age, 23 points. Long live the king. Go king, LeBron James. He finished with +7. Yes, he did. Dorian Finney-Smith again. How do you do that? 1 of 4 from the field. And 2 personal fouls in 20 minutes. No 3-pointers. He plays defense. He limits one of the Cavs' offensive options. You don't have 5 options to go to if one guy completely neutralizes whichever man he's guarding. 35 points for Austin Reeves. This guy is starting to be him. He was a Kobe Bryant fan. He had the game-winning shot. He hit big shots in the Game 5 against the Nuggets. The Lakers' third star is Austin fucking Reeves. He has made it. He's a driver. He is him. One guy wasn't afraid to shoot during Game 5. It was Austin Reeves. He is getting much better every single year. 7.3 points in his rookie year, 13 points averaging, 15.9 points averaging, now 17.7 points averaging in his 4th year in the NBA. Austin Reeves is only getting better and better and better. Hey, he did shoot 39.8% from 3-point, 22-23. He shoots over 35%. He's shooting 36%, over 36% the last couple of years, which is good. Maybe he knows when to shoot a 3, when to not shoot a 3-pointer. Certain guys will know exactly when they should shoot the 3-point shot, when they should not shoot the 3. You don't want to be like some of these schmucks out there who will just shoot the 3 no matter what, even when it's not a good shot, even when it's highly contested. Yep, get healthy, analyze the roster, get on a win streak, keep up with the Wild Wild West, keep Goating the Bond and Anthony Davis healthy. I don't know when. Hopefully these guys are back before the All-Star break, hopefully. I'm so glad D'Angelo Russell is finally gone. I don't know what took him so long, but he was finished. He was outside of the starting lineup. He only had 10 starts. He wasn't in the coach's plan. He doesn't contribute to the defense that Coach Redick expects from every player. So that is why D'Angelo Russell is finished goods, and no one will miss D'Angelo Russell. All right. You just need some more quality wins for the Lakers. I don't know how the Hawks have been doing. The Hawks could be bringing a winning streak to LA. The Hawks have won 4 straight games. I think they won their 6th straight game against the Lakers when they beat them in December. How will the Nuggets do against the Hawks? Is it could be another win for the Hawks? Will go King upon and a winning streak for the Hawks? They beat the Heat. They destroyed the Raptors. They beat the Bulls. They beat the Timberwolves. Yeah, Atlanta not going to be an easy game. I don't give a damn what people say about the Cleveland Cavaliers. This team is beat. They'll be 30-4. Donovan Mitchell is him. He is him. Well, don't be waiting to end the year. Oh, the Cavaliers. What are they? 35-6 at home. The Celtics beat them at home, game 7, and then the Celtics in their own home floor. Okay, the Celtics are only 13-6 at home, so they're losing more home games this year. So again, Beantown is not gonna is not invincible. It is not a fortress. So the Lakers come out with some blood against the Celtics. They're only 13-6 at home, so come in with some promise there. Those game 1, 3, and 6 and 7s at Boston. The Lakers will be winning their 33rd game of the repeat run. The 33rd game of the repeat run is the first win with Goat King LeBron at 40 years of age. The 33rd game of the season in the year of the Lakers' 33rd appearance in the NBA Finals would be the first win for Shake Milton and Dorian Finney Smith in a Lakers uniform. More options on the bench. Is this the right move, wanting Max Christie out of the lineup? Should he take a seat back, Max Christie? I think so. He may be good, he may be talented, but again, it is the LA Lakers. You need to be playing for the championship. This ain't about feelings. Good young player. Oh, play this guy. No. Okay, I don't make mistakes. This is the LA Lakers. This is Goldie LeBron James near the end of his career. This is Goldie LeBron James looking to win the title in front of the fans, donning the purple and gold. There's no time to just sit back and make mistakes. Win, win, win. But at any time players get injured, the minutes serve their purpose for Max Christie. He'll be ready to step in if anybody gets hurt or needs a rest. So the minutes right now serve a purpose for Max Christie. But should he be in the regular rotation? Should he get the big chunk of the minutes? No. Hachimura needs to go. He's not good enough. There's a good story. Japanese like Kobe's born in Uh, he was born in, no, he was named after Japanese beef. That's what Kobe references. Kobe is Japanese beef. But I just think he's too inconsistent. It's time to move on from Hachimura. He had a good game against the Warriors, but he's just too inconsistent. Dalton Etch, good experience. You're up against the Cavs, only 4 points. He did well against the Thunder. Top competition. As a rookie, you're not going to be consistent every single time you step up against a top five record in the NBA. So growing pains for this guy. At least he got the minutes. At least he got the experience. Austin Reeves, he understands now the intensity without D'Angelo Russell. He knows he has to be that guy. Austin Reeves has Mama Blood right in his veins. He understands what the expectation is. Is the purple and gold, is it too heavy for you? Is it too heavy for you or is it not too heavy for you? And for this guy, this jersey is not too heavy. The first game ever since the trade, he understands I have to be that third star and 35 points against the Cleveland Cavaliers. He is delivering. He is delivering for this basketball team. Cam, what's he doing offensively? He can play defense. I like this. They have stoppers. What is the offensive identity going to be when you have some more spot up shooters? How's the offense going to look like? You got to get over the picture of Goat King the Bond driving to the paint. He will when it's the fourth quarter when you need him to, but he's not going to do it for 3 quarters. Goat King the Bond is out being the floor general that he is, opening the teammates. So Goat King the Bond team is going to play like Magic Johnson with the basketball, creating magic and opening lanes, passing lanes. This is the kind of game that this is what they're trying to get to is these Cavs teams from the 2010s there they could catch and shoot and bury 3-pointers. This is what the Lakers are trying to do with this trade. Nothing happens overnight, but it will. And when you get to 2 months from now, you're going to start to see the real version of this team that's going to catch the world by surprise. They'll never, ever, ever heard of Shake Milton. They'll never, ever heard of Dorian Finney-Smith. They still disrespected Austin Reeves. Who this guy? Who this guy? It's AD go in the barn and a bunch of scrubs. They've never seen Vanderbilt play. They've never seen him play defense. That's what I like about this. This is a real team with much various defined niches for each player. You sit there and buy a superstar, buy the NBA 2K Dream Team. How's that working out for the loser Phoenix Suns? Under 500. How is that working out for the Cleveland Cavaliers, who did not decide to buy the superstars, buy a big three? No, they didn't. I'd say the Lakers are building a team and not just looking to build a super team. They never, ever were a super team during the Goat King LeBron era. The only time it became remotely close to resembling a super team was the Russell Westbrook trade. The Russell Westbrook was the only time where they tried to mirror a super team, but these last couple of years with Darvin Ham, they've been trying to build a team. A team that made it to the conference finals, a team that was leading the series for 73% of the series against the Denver Nuggets in the first round of the playoffs. It takes adjustments to come back from 16 down to get to within 5 points. JJ Redick's making adjustments. He is. He's a good adjustments coach. He's the right man for the Lakers. There's no doubt about it. He wasn't a lost deer in the headlights anytime the Cavs went on a big scoring run. He fixed it. Lakers came back to within 5. He fixed it. But this is a slightly new team with a couple of new faces, and they gave themselves a chance being down by 5 at the end of the game. It's only going to get much better from here. The team's going to get healthier. They're going to get used to the system with these new 3-and-D players that they got. Wood and Vanderbilt are going to come back. Austin Reeves is expecting to be a superstar, to be that player in the big 3 who you need to count on to be consistent on offense night after night, week after week. I like where this team is heading to. They showed character against the Cavs. They beat the Warriors without Anthony Davis. This team is showing that they are going to become a championship team this year. And they have a coach who will make adjustments in the playoffs. They have healthy LeBron and Anthony Davis. They have added some D-and-3 players who will offer more than D'Angelo Russell's inconsistencies. Let's go back to the series. Let's go back to D'Angelo Russell's stinkers. I don't know how many fans missed D'Angelo Russell. Many of them wanted him gone immediately after the end of the series last year. You're just not making it to the finals with a guy like D'Angelo Russell. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! That's right. It rings a bell. He went into a playoff game scoring 0 points in the playoff game, and he's supposed to be part of the big 3. Austin Reeves would never, ever do that. 0 points, 0 for 7 shooting. This was when the Lakers needed a win, down 2-0. The last game he shot 2 of 10 from 3-point, was hot garbage. 1 of 9 from 3-point, game 1. D'Angelo Russell was trash. The worst player of the Lakers postseason last year is finally gone. Who cares if it wasn't a blockbuster trade? This was its own blockbuster trade in its own right. You got rid of the most inconsistent, worst player with a bad attitude. You did not join the team in a team huddle. But here we are. He may have played with King LeBron. He may have played with Kobe Bryant. Only Dwight Howard gets the honor of winning championship. A plan for Kobe and King LeBron in a Laker uniform. During the sweep, he was 1 of 8. He had 3 points in game 3. He had 4 points in game 4. That's not a superstar. That is a bust. Some team like Charlotte will overpay. They will overpay for having a guy who's going to average 20 points but could be a no-show in the playoffs. They're just not good with playing under pressure. I am grading this trade an A+. The core group of the team is together. They found a way to get rid of D'Angelo Russell before he goes and basically he leaves for nothing. If he's a free agent, they don't get something for D'Angelo Russell. So this move had to be done. Why wasn't it done during the offseason? I don't know. JJ Redick thought he was a part of the future of this team, or the immediate future of the team. He had other ideas. King LeBron had other ideas too. Rob Pelinka had other ideas too to try to add some guys, some 3-point shooters, some defenders for Goki the Bond before Vanderbilt comes back, the team's best perimeter defender. A plus trade. I already like what I'm seeing from Dorian Finney-Smith. Let's look out for Shake Milton when he plays against his former team, the 76ers. Dorian Finney-Smith, his contribution against the Mavericks, so he's not going up against Jalen. But yeah, Jalen, watch for the Knicks Lakers game. Jalen Brunson and his former teammate guarding him. That's obviously going to happen in the 2026 NBA Final. Happy New Year, everybody. Bigger, better, brighter days are coming for the LA Lakers. You just have to see the light through the end of the tunnel for Goki the Bond in the Lakers. It's been a long way ever since the title in the bubble. But this is the stuff that all-time legends are made. Goki the Bond could have given up and tried to form a super team like Kevin Durant. One guy has no idea how to team build. The other guy is team building, and he's letting Rob Pelinka build the team. And he's building Austin Reeves is what he's doing. He's building him. The same core was there. You think of core, you usually think of 3 players. But for the Lakers, it's Goki the Bond and Anthony Davis. Now I believe Austin Reeves is a guy who's going to form the big 3. He was developed into a superstar by Goki the Bond and Anthony Davis and his inspiration of Kobe Bryant growing up. He has more to offer from a mentality standpoint than D'Angelo Russell. Mentality means everything. Play without fear. Play with hustle every play. JJ Redick understands. He understands. I can't wait to see all this turn out. I mean, I'm excited. This was you can still have a strong, promising performance even in a losing effort. I saw lots of bright things that show me this team is heading to the right direction entering the new year. The character is there. If you can almost come back and beat the Cavs, you can do this against any team out there. We'll see how they do against the Cavs. January 23rd, how they do against the Cavs. 24 days after playing the Cavs. It's always good to have a status update. I will talk more about the NFL. Well, we will need to. Yes, we will need to. Yep. But yeah, the trade deadline's 2 months. Yes, it is. The playoffs is 4 months from now. It's going to come up really quickly. Performances like this, people are going to be barking, oh my, it's not the year, oh my God, not. Yeah, look, we were walloping the Nuggets. We were going to win. We beat every team last year except the Kings. Lakers have shown they are far too good to not win. Mahomes is the chief. He's the GOAT. He's the chosen one. He's the prodigy. Yep. He is going to rest. The Chiefs are the Chiefs are going to have a month without football. Pretty much Chiefs will three-peat because the NFL knew they would not have to play the last week of the season. They knew they would have home field wrapped up on Christmas. And because three-peats, they historically don't happen because of injuries, the NFL's favoring the Chiefs when they give them 3.5 weeks off. So, okay, this is going to be interesting. If they don't play a game, the starters in 3.5 weeks, does this mean the NFL schedules the Chiefs on a Saturday? Or they're just going to save the Chiefs for the Sunday spot in the divisional round week? If the Chiefs are scheduled on a Sunday, people are going to whine and cry, oh, they gave them an extra day. Oh, my NFL favor the Chiefs. Wow. Wow. I think there'll be a lot of whining and crying if the NFL schedules the Chiefs game on a Sunday after not playing 3.5 months. Oh, it's like, is an extra day off going to make a difference when they haven't played in 3.5 weeks? This doesn't mean anything. This is the Kansas City Chiefs are dealing with. They've been inconsistent. They've been consistent, insanely consistent. They win practically every week. That's as consistent as it gets. If the Chiefs don't play football in 3.5 months, they sure as hell are not going to play the Ravens. They're going to play. They'll play the Chargers in the divisional round. And we'll see how the Chargers are, how they deal with the injuries. Is there a reason for Justin Herbert? Oh, because the it's not guaranteed who's the fifth seed and who's the sixth seed, so the Chargers starters may have to play week 18. There's really nothing else to speak about until we officially know what the matchups are. Once we know what the matchups are, when it's official, then this is when you'll be able to speak more about the exactly all of the details that lead up to the final four teams playing. And I expect the Ravens and the two leading MVP candidates, Lamar and Josh Allen, will face off in the divisional round. They will. The Lions' opponent, I'm not sure about that yet. It all depends on the matchups. If the Redskins have to play the Eagles are going to win. The Eagles are not losing in the wild card round. The Eagles are going to. What interests me is obviously Vikings, Falcons, but Kirk Cousins is not playing against his former team. But the Vikings against a rookie quarterback, it's like Atlanta. You're not beating Minnesota. It's Minnesota is going to win by 10 points. Minnesota could be traveling to Detroit. It all depends on how the Packers do. Still, the Vikings and the Eagles, not a bad matchup either. Although it requires more research, any key Viking coach or anything have connections to Philadelphia, understand that kind of thing. So, this is where there's nothing to add on for the NFL. I don't think Rams play the Lions again. It's just not going to happen. Matt Stafford got his playoff matchup. They played the week one of the season. Man, that's an easy schedule. That Penn State has such a cakewalk ride to the college football semifinal. They've had it overrated. This is what they get for not winning their conference. Oh, you get rewarded for losing your conference championship game. Go play SMU and then go play Boise State. Like, what a joke. They should punish Penn State by making them play Ohio State again. Interesting. I wonder how Notre Dame are going to do. Uncertainty at the quarterback position for Georgia, but I don't think he's good enough. Riley Leonard. Georgia can win on the back of their defense. So yeah, I think live Sunday Night Football, the Week 18, the Vikings and the Lions. I guess I'll do calculations at that time. I guess. If you're wondering questions with how the NFL playoff bracket is going to be, well, I guess there's only one game left, and it's who's number one and who's number five. And at that point in time, I'll be able to answer all your questions. January the 5th, 6:20 Mountain Time. And I'll be here when the game kicks off.